U.S. says it won't give in to Moscow's demands that NATO should stop expanding further east, and that Ukraine will make that decision.
The document we've delivered includes concerns of the United States and our allies and partners about Russia's actions that undermine security.
And Washington is sticking to diplomacy, outlining areas where it says it believes it can cooperate with Moscow.
We've addressed the possibility of reciprocal transparency measures regarding force posture in Ukraine, as well as measures to increase confidence regarding military exercises and maneuvers in Europe. And we address other areas where we see potential for progress, including arms control related to missiles in Europe.
Blinken says he also expects to speak to his Russian counterpart in the next few days. Despite concern from Moscow, Ukraine is still decades away from becoming a NATO member. U.S. and European officials have long urged reforms to Kyiv's political and legal structures. There's also the possibility of a full-fledged war between NATO and Russia if Ukraine becomes a member. NATO's chief says member nations remain united in pursuit of a diplomatic solution to the crisis, and that the alliance submitted its own response to Moscow's demands.
Hoping for and working for a good solution, de-escalation, we are also prepared for the worst.
Senior political advisors from Russia, Ukraine, France, and Germany met in Paris for talks on Wednesday and agreed to meet again in 2 weeks. While there was no breakthrough, both Moscow and Kyiv agreed to uphold a 2014 ceasefire in eastern Ukraine.
We had a difficult conversation, but maybe the first sincere conversation that allowed us to take inventory of all the issues related to the implementation of Minsk agreement and the settlement of the conflict. We have agreed that regardless of disagreements about the Minsk agreement between Ukraine and specific districts of the Donetsk and Luhansk regions, the ceasefire should be unconditionally respected.
Meanwhile, the Turkish president says he's willing to take on a peace-building role between Moscow and Kyiv, stressing that Turkey wants peace and stability in the region. Both are aware of Turkey's goodwill. If they wish, we can bring the parties together in our country. While there's no clear off-ramp yet from potentially deadly conflict, all sides say they're still willing to find one. Yasmin Al-Sabawi, TRT World, Washington.